Wendy, you are the narrator and the describing of the what will happen on the screen. You will just have to visualize it. Wendy, you start. No, I'm sure.
Do people resist change? Isn't it obvious?
That's the title of this clip.
A figure appears on the screen. Martin has a distinct look, maybe orange in color. He has glasses. His shirt bears the letter M. He's irritated and mutters angrily. Another character, Paul, also with a distinct look. Maybe he's in blue. In a polo shirt. His shirt bears the letter P.
So, hey Martin, what's wrong?
Make sure it's clear that Paul is talking.
I've had enough of this. Every change I've suggested is knocked down. It's impossible to change anything around here.
We have a central platform in which Martin faces 4 other figures. One shakes his head, pulls out a little sign, yes, and then a big sign, but the other says, it won't work. The third pulls out a sign, forget about it. The 3 leave. The 4th one raises his sign, no habla inglés.
Maybe your suggestions are no good.
That's nonsense. You know why it happens. Everybody knows. It's because people resist change.
A mob collects with signs. We don't want to change. Change is bad. Vive la résistance. They chime in with him on the people resist change.
You are wrong. I don't resist change, neither does the average Joe. Everyone has pushed for major changes in his or her life. Many young people leave their homes, choose to get married, pray for children, and show me somebody who resists the change of a promotion at work.
Members of the mob do the actions. One leaves home, packed tied on a stick over his shoulder, with parents waving farewell on the doorstep. One stops next to a woman in a wedding dress. One's handed a baby by a doctor. One sits behind a desk in a suit, and as he sits down, the desk grows into a corner office with a larger desk.
Do you really fool yourself that you don't resist change?
Martin wipes out the central platform.
I resist change. I resist only when I resist only the changes that I have a good reason to resist. The others I accept.
Baloney.
Try me.
Okay, I'm game. Making a change is like climbing a mountain. Here's one, climb it.
A mountain grows out of the ground.
Don't think so.
You see, you do resist change.
Martin jumps up and down, excitedly celebrating his victory.
I don't resist change. I resist this particular change because I don't want to have a reason to climb the mountain.
Because I
don't have a reason to climb the mountain. I don't see the plus in this change.
Paul points through a telescope to the top of the mountain. We see, in a black frame, that the top of the mountain is bare.
What's a good reason for you?
A higher salary, better health, or an improved relationship.
Okay, I'll take care of your excuse. A pot of gold is waiting for you up there. Is that good enough? Now, would you climb?
Atop the mountain, a suitcase packed with dollars, a doctor with pills, and a pretty woman circle and land morphed into a pot of gold.
No.
Shakes his finger to say no.
Point proven. You certainly must resist change.
Neon lights.
You most certainly resist change.
Neon lights. A resistor appears over Paul, who swats them away.
Of course I resist this change, and with a good reason. See for yourself.
Through the telescope again, Martin peeks through and sees that the path up the hill is full of rocks and crags and cactuses and dangers.
Too much efforts, too much time, too high risk. Sorry.
Paul climbs the mountain and falls down, hitting every possible rock and hazard until he lands on a cactus. He returns on crutches, and then we zoom out to see Paul shuddering at the thought.
It's perfectly logical. The minus of the change outweighs the plus in the change.
A scale with pot on one hand, plus change, and crutches on the other, minus change. The minus outweighs the plus.
Another excuse. Fine, I'll reduce the required efforts and the risk. Now you're willing to climb?
Bulldozers build a staircase up the mountain. Hard hat man covers the cactus with a pillow.
I don't think so.
Aha, I knew it. Excuse after excuse. You remove one, another pops up. The end result is still the same. The change is definitely good for you, and you still resist.
The scale reappears. The plus now clearly outweighs the minus.
But it's not good for me. I don't want to change because I'm comfortable with my current situation.
Paul settles in a comfy chair with a drink, a cocktail, a little umbrella.
Oh, another excuse.
Not at all. You look at it too narrowly. No wonder people reject your suggestion.
The four people who resisted the change in the beginning parade through the central platform.
What? I looked at both, the plus and the minus of making the change.
Martin holds the scales in his hand, pointing at it.
Yes, but you've ignored the pluses of not changing. I like my profession, I like the city I'm in, I like the style of living, I like my mermaid, but she cannot climb the mountain with me.
At the foot of the mountain, there's a pool. In it, a beautiful mermaid pets Paul's hand.
So you've just proved my point. Maybe you justified it logically, but at the end of the day, people will always resist change. They can simply declare they have a mermaid, and there goes any chance of causing a change out of the window.
The mob returns with signs carrying pictures of different mermaids.
I'm not looking for excuses, but unlike you, I'm not in love with your suggested change. I am more objective.
Valentine with change on it appears over Martin's head, who wipes it away.
So you're Mr. Objective. The guy who only looks at the plus side of staying the same. Aren't there any minuses as well?
The table appears. Change, not change, plus, minus.
I guess there are.
Wait.
A table
Let me show her the table.
appears. Change. Please switch on here. Change, not change, plus, minus, and points at the empty rubric of not change and minus. The others have pot, crutch, pot, mermaid,